Hello, friends. Here we are going to talk about gate 47 today. This is the gate of realizing. So isn't it funny and awesome how you watch how once all of these, once I'm done the whole mandala and you can see how each of these puzzle pieces fit together as we walk around, it's really fun. So the last gate was the gate of confusion. And now here we are in the gate of realizing. So it's about oppression, which is really quite interesting. All right. So this quarter actually has a definition here, right? So the 6447. So this whole channel actually is defined in this quarter. What's fun is we're in an experience, we're walking through the experience where there's confusion there, like, why are we in this experience? What's going on? And then the realization is going to happen once the experience is done. So the 47 is your realization. So this gate is the editor of the, so for the clips, sorry, I don't know why I have that there. So this gate is the editor for the clips of the past experiences that flow through the 64th gate. So basically, you have all your clippings of your life in memories in the 64th gate, and the 47 really is the editor, and it puts it all together. So it attempts to assemble these clips into a meaningful human experience. So this process, of course, is not comfortable. As you sift and sort, the realization of the cycle comes to an aha moment. So the secret to avoid the pressure to act on every conclusion that comes to you and simply enjoy the array of possibilities that move through your active mind until one stands out. You are to just trust the process and not force it to happen. And here's really what's interesting about the mind. The conditioning field is very strong. And as you can see, we have the program, the human design system is the program. And what's fun is that when you're really studying this and you have the program, right, you can watch how both the duality of this, of every gate works, of every movement, how the planets interact. You can watch this all play out in the world. You can watch both sides of the dualistic spectrum play out. So just because there's a realization there doesn't mean that you need to jump and act on it. Somebody will invite you in to share this information with them. So inspiration comes in, right? And then we get to then act on it based off of our designs. So what was the realization of that story? And then you get to share that when you're invited to do so, when you're asked to do so, or somebody initiates you to do that. The critical piece is to just trust your physical body and watch how it responds to invitations, how it responds to the initiation, how it responds to being asked. I know response is only for the generators and manifesting generators, but if we want to fully be in the physical body, everybody really is going from a place of response versus reaction. Reaction is mind-based, And we don't want to be in there making decisions. We want to be in a more of a responsive mode. So, you know, our manifestors are responding to what the program is providing to them for them to move and act on. Our projectors are, you know, waiting for an invitation to respond to. Our reflectors are waiting for someone to initiate them and ask them, like, how are we doing? Right? And then, of course, our generators and manifesting generators are plainly here just to respond. So we're all actually interacting in a world that is the law of attraction, because that's what we live in. That's the energy we live in. And we're all really at the core level of it all, really here to all respond. And we're responding to different stimulations. And for this gate of realization, the realization is going to happen. The clips of your life are going to, you know, come together to this realization, but you don't have to jump on everyone, and you don't have to share everyone. When you're invited, share it. You know, if you've had a traumatic event, and for example, the other day, Dr. Oz had a woman on there who was a child slave. And from the time she was 8 years old, she was given to a very wealthy family, and she was a child slave. She did all their housework, you know, carried their groceries. When they went on vacation, she was the one packing all of the luggage. But she was sharing her experience so that people could then see the signs of a child slave. She didn't come on there to share her victim story. She came on there to share her experience so the rest of us can learn. That's the difference between a story and an experience. A story, to me, a story has a completely different vibration or frequency to it. It's kind of dense, because it's more in a poor me kind of verbiage or frequency or energy, where an experience uplifts. Yes, that person may have had to suffer, may have not had the best experience. However, they're able to share it so that the rest of us can become enlightened and learn. So one of her experiences was, they went to Disneyland. The family went to Disneyland, and she said, here I am. At that time, she was probably 10 years old, around there. And she said, I always had to take a submissive role to the family, of course, and be in the background. And she said, there I was, carrying all of their bags, purses, anything that they purchased, you know, their food. And there she is, 10 years old, packing all of this stuff. Well, if I had, you know, seen that, would have I even seen it? If I, you know, would have been at Disneyland at that particular moment, would have I recognized what was happening? Probably not. I probably would have been completely clueless, which obviously most of the people at Disneyland were. But now that she shared that experience with me, I can then be more vigilant in my awareness field. And that is what an outer authority does. So if you don't have the 57th gate, you just have the 64th. Ooh, man, that confusion. The confusion feels like it has nowhere to go. And it can get very, very overwhelming. And then, you know, the person wants to act on every little piece of confusion. They're, you know, what I see is like just a person like running around being completely, you know, unaware of why they're in any experience, and coming to this poor me, and then another experience comes in and the exact same thing is happening, and they kind of get stuck in the cycle. But once they just relax and allow for the energy of that 47 to present itself, so it'll present itself as a human being, or it'll present itself in a transit, those are the moments where, oh, okay, now I see why confusion happened. But you don't have to get caught in the confusion, you know, hamster on a wheel type thing. And feeling like you have to, if you push harder, then you can get rid of the confusion. The confusion is there for a reason. It's there so that, you know, like we don't know. We're supposed to walk into the unknown. That's why we came here. If we knew it all, and we try so hard as humans to we try so hard to know before it happens. We want to have all these prophetic dreams. We want to have, just be in the unknown. The unknown is why we came here, so that we can expand. So just relax into that, and the realization will present itself. Again, here I am. So if anything intrigues you, and you want to interact with me and my design and my frequency, great. So here's just a very minuscule amount of things that I actually can provide through human design. So yeah, if you want to connect, great. If not, have a great day. Thanks for watching.